something?
Damn.
on your mind? It is not ready yet.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. That's the stuff. Oi. That's good. I actually moved the mic closer for some reason. Why am I losing my voice? Oh, right. Boring. Let's move on, please. Fuck off. Yeah, I'm okay. Oh. Are they sandstone blocks to sit on? Or is that hay? No, that's stone. That's very aesthetic. What did you put on top? Now, is that mulch on top or something? On top of the gravel? Or is it just stone? Mm-mm. Calcite. Actually, mulch would make no sense. That thing would go up in flames. Very aesthetic. Shit. What am I doing? Alright. Made a tweet today that got everyone angry. Oh, they deleted their comments. It's the one I did 2 hours ago. This guy came in and was like, I don't think you understand. It's all... The journey is the end game, and focusing on min-maxing and getting the best gear possible. That's the journey. What a reductive way of looking at a gaming experience. That's so reductive. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get these achievements done, but I'm getting distracted by trying to fill out my battle pet collection. No other reason than to satisfy my OCD. I don't want these. Yeah, it was so stupid. God, I used to love seeing like a level 40 Night Elf Hunter and being like, wow, he must have done so much to get to level 40, and look at that gear, and he's a Night Elf Hunter so he can do things that I can't as a Dwarf Hunter, and blah 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 blah. It was just all those little things. I hope that one developer that mentioned it in an interview about 6 months ago is still focusing on trying to revamp the new player and journey experiences. It's one of the only things holding me out. Yeah, an MMO should always be about the journey. That should be the main emphasis. The exploration, the collection in regards to like gear, which you need to work with others to get because it's an MMO. Doesn't even have to be traditional leveling. Like, look at Dune, for example. The journey is filling out all your codexes and your schematics. That's still leveling. It's the journey. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to kill you. Yeah, 100%. Endgame is a reward for getting through... Arduous is the wrong word, but a long-winded but enjoyable journey. It's like a capstone on the actual game, is what endgame should be. Nothing wrong with endgame being like the min-max side of things, because that can keep you going for as long as you want, but the journey should be the emphasis. Oh. Oh, you even tweeted it. That's good. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, repost. It is so bright. Why is that so bright? Hold on. It's better. I also made a really cool tweet about the UI the other day that someone appreciated. Where was it? Yeah, here it is. Oh, I wish you could send a message, like multi-chat would allow you to send messages. I said, I've slowly grown to despise the era of flat UI design across tech. I'll just share it in my Twitch. There it is. Oh yeah, that one. That's always annoyed me. I like tweeting about that every now and then. So I really think it needs to change. I wonder if I can change this bitrate while I'm live. Oh yeah, let's go like 5. Why? Okay. See if that changes CPU usage. That does not change my CPU usage. I'm not using this computer to its strengths. I really need to be. Let's have a look at that now. That must be a bit clearer. That's double the bitrate. Must be a bit clearer. That's double the bitrate. What else can I change? Settings. Audio bitrate's fine. Oh, I'm dropping frames though. Maybe it can't hold that bitrate. I was just processing. Let's try 3. Okay, so the bitrate just comes down to your internet speed. Great. Ah, there we go. Now get out of here. Oh, that might kill it. Let's go over here. Oh, we're done.
Hey there, safe travels.
Hi, how are you?
Broken Isles, Kazalgar, Dragon Isles. I need to go to Deep Home.
Too far away.
Then Pandaria. Okay. Damn bots.
I must get closer. Makra. Dabu.
Oh, we do have to do it all. Okay, so we'll go Pandaria next.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, why is that not live? Hey, Gasper. Yeah, no, right. wrong zone, but still good music. Sweet. Now what? Have we done? Yeah, do Drano. Bueno. Wait, what?
Well met.
Yes.
Oh, this game used to be cool. So we'll go Gorgrond, Nagrand, Talador, back down. That's an achievement that no longer exists. That's got a hidden achievement. That's funny. So, hang on now.
Strength and honor. I do not have a target. The Legion's end draws near.
State your business. Salama Ashalinore.
May the light embrace you.
Just should do that while I'm here.
This hero and many others from another world have come to aid us.
How goes the fight? Plant your banner and claim your destiny.
I can open up a portal to Stormwind only briefly.
I do hope my trust in your people is not misplaced.
I assure you, my prophet, the commander we've chosen represents the very best of the Alliance.
All right, come on through. Steady. Steady.
This is it, boys. Let's break some ground and take this world for the Alliance. Orders, Commander. We've got a lot of work to do. If you mark those trees, giant killer ravens. I have a feeling it's going to be a long, cold night.
Ready to work.
My men are standing an excellent, impressive work, Commander. I know I'll sleep a lot better without those giant killer birds flying around.
Without faith, the battle.
The Prophet, with the giant defeated, we shouldn't have any more trouble clearing out the area.
Just say the word, Commander.
That's better.
What do you need for the Alliance? I'll call in a few favors. On it. We'll get it done.
What's on your mind? Watch your back.
Greetings. Light be with you.
Hello, Commander. We've got a lot of work to do. I feel so relieved. Maybe I can actually do some stargazing tonight. That would be a nice change of pace. What do you need? I'll call in a few favors. Ugh, some of these supplies are really waterlogged and Dickie. These will get the job done, but truly, this is disgusting.
What news from the front? Be careful, Commander. If these pale orcs are real, who knows what powers they possess?
I play decent. Yeah, just it means like the YouTube and Kick streams go down in the algorithm, but Twitch should be fine. I was playing it the other day, that house music I was playing, and the YouTube streams got shadow banned.
These pale orcs sound dangerous. Hopefully,
Build your
the last
barracks.
we'll see of them.
Just say the word, Commander.
Blueprints there. Not that one. The one I
You should go check in with Mirage.
like, it was that stream, but I was playing house music before from an artist that I like. And it wasn't DMCA. No, as someone who has a places to BFA, dragon riding a flying system just kind of looks annoying to deal with. It's not.
Come, speak with me. With the barracks complete,
It's definitely more engaging.
out the Moonflower Valley. She is quite eager to explore this new land.
I hated the concept of just swimming in the air for years on end. Very boring.
What brings you here? Ishnu Dalgrim.
Raymain will lead us to victory. We must face our fears.
I just want to get this done. I want to get out of Draenor. What do I have to do? I'll just use it. Anything.
You have my undivided attention. Remember that the beast in the shadows might
Oh,
be
whatever.
your salvation.
Nah, if it's done smartly like it was in Dragonflight, then dragon riding can be a way to engage with the world. People don't want to just run around slowly. It's just not how the human psyche works. Unfortunately, I'd love the idea that we just run around and have to try and deal with the terrain, but then Warlords of Draenor showed that people didn't want that. They just didn't. They got very bored very quickly. It was annoying more than anything, so they wanted to fly. And I just gotta keep with the times. And I think the best option was to double down on flying as a engaging mechanic instead of a sit there and wait mechanic. You actually have to engage with your character in the world. Which was the lesser of two evils. That's just... Yeah, I agree with you, but that's just how the world is. You can thank social media for that, and it's not going to change. I 100% agree with you. The best example of that is the GCD. Over expansions, they've slowly made haste and haste impact the GCD. So you can get most classes, once they're geared, have a GCD of like 0.5 seconds. It's stupid. So stupid. I like Final Fantasy for that reason. The GCD is 2 seconds and none of your stats change that. Lets you slow down and engage with the game, but I don't think WoW will ever go that way. Right, I'm done here. I just wanted to get the fuck out of here. How do I get back? Okay. Yeah, Rock Strike. I like that. Paladins too, they made you focus on the auto attacks, which was another reason to engage with the game on a slower level. But they just, it won't ever go back. It just won't. Which is why I do think if Classic WoW ever does Classic Plus and makes their own expansions, but in the design philosophy of Vanilla WoW, there is a very good chance I'll just switch over to that and play that. Yeah, I enjoyed the dead zone removal. It gave you a reason to make space. I like the dead zone. They did that. They did that for years and years and years. And after expansion 7 or whatever it was, of the predictable running around for the first 2 patches, then you get flying. It just got, the community at large just got fed up with it. So then in Dragonflight, they just made flying available from the get-go. And people liked it so much, I doubt they'll ever revert back. That's the problem with this game. Once you make a change, you can't ever go back. You can't ever take away. Right, let's get these damn flames. But I get where you're coming from. I just think that dragon riding was or sky riding, whatever the fuck it's called now, was the lesser of two evils. At least they made traversing the game interesting. And they also made it so that you can only get to certain zones by flying, which I really liked in Northrend. During Wrath of the Lich King, like in the Storm Peaks, there were only certain quest hubs you could get to if you had flying, which I liked. Heirlooms are dumb, I agree. Automatic group finder, very dumb. LFR's dumb, that should go. But they just won't. You can't take things out of the game. Although, them removing add-ons will be an interesting test. I hope it's really successful, because I'm glad a bunch of add-ons are getting ripped out. And it might be a test to see what else they can fundamentally change with the game to make it more impactful and engaging and immersive. That's the key word. Immersive. What was I doing? Oh god. So I need to go there. Oop. Yeah, I hate that. The only saving grace is that you get an extra second on the GCD with the auto rotation button. So you can never be competitive with it. But to be honest, the fact you even need to solve that problem says a lot. It shouldn't be that competitive. They said they're going to implement their own version of DBM so they can curate dungeon and raid experiences a bit more, which I get. And on the surface level, that doesn't sound interesting, but if you really start to sit down and think about what that means, that will be better for the game, objectively. They also said they're going to implement their own damage meters. Because people love damage meters, I guess.
war beneath Thalanar grew unstable and
Where are we going? I've made some recent tweets you might find interesting. Zote. If you click my Twitter, you'll see some stuff. As we seem to be on the same wavelength. So I need to go. Was it just those two? Okay.
The nightmare's assault on the Temple of Elune is ceaseless. Worm Talon harpies have beset Shadowfell.
My biggest problem with dragon riding is where do you go from here? Like, this will get boring eventually, just like normal flying did. And what are they going to do with ground mounts? There needs to be a way to engage with ground mounts. I hope they take several pages out of Guild Wars 2's book. The Book of Guild Wars 2. Yeah, it's not good. It's subjective. Well, I guess everything's subjective in art, but I thought it was stupid. I made sure that I got gold in all the races before I made a tweet letting people know that this is a dumb system. The drive system was stupid. And several people were like, you probably haven't even done the races. And I had my receipts. It's a stupid, I hope they don't go down that route if they do engaging ground mounts again. There are far better options in my opinion. Alright, so we're done here. Now we go to BFA zones. Wait, can I just... Yeah. I agree so much. Exactly, there are too many. When I was on the community council, I made a great post about that actually got some traction. I'll see if I can find it. Relevane, wow, farms, mounts. This was just before dragon riding was announced, so I thought they were on that track. But they've kind of just done a blanket approach to flying, which I'm not a huge fan of. Future of mounts and flying in WoW. Here we go. Speed boot. I'll just link it to you. Or like elemental type mounts that can, like, if you've got a water elemental mount, you can swim faster and those sorts of things. Fire elemental mounts allow you to, I don't know, go in lava without getting burnt. I don't know. But there are creative ways to do it, but unfortunately over the past couple of years, WoW's just taken a blanket approach to all their design decisions. And that's slowly changing, and the removal of add-ons are proof of that, but I just want them to hurry up. Like, make real curated experiences, not just a blanket approach. I remember back in Warlords of Draenor when they announced their scaling systems, and they said, now we've created this technology that's a dial, and whenever we create a new expansion or new zones, we can just change the dial a little bit to change health and damage of mobs and dungeons and raids. I'm like, that sounds like a horrible long-term solution. That's such a reductive blanket approach to game design. Everything you do in this game, in any game, should be carefully curated. Like, really, like, sat down and thought about. Scaling's stupid. It's the dumbest system they've ever made. Everything should be curated. Every point of health on a boss, every point of damage on a boss's spell, every mob, and just everything should be curated. They make so much money. We don't have the resources. If you make a curated experience, more people will play it, so you will get the resources. That's why Classic was so interesting, and up till Cataclysm, because every mob you came across, every zone you went to, every quest you did, it was curated. Anyway. Battle for Azeroth. I also want a button that allows you to turn off transmogrification. Like it removes other players' transmogs. I want to see the community just freak out if that button ever gets introduced. Because I like to see visual progression of gear. Alright, let's find these flames. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you should definitely follow my Twitter, Zote. I think you'll enjoy the tweets I tend to make about the game. Yeah, well that's how transmog used to be, right? You actually had to have the item in your bags to transmog it. So if you wanted that cool chest piece or shoulder piece from a dungeon or raid, you had to have done it and have the item. Then they just went to a wardrobe approach, which again is just a blanket solution. It's not even a solution, it's just a blanket design approach. Right, now if you had a new character. Oh, I see, yeah, like a checkbox system. So I've done the content, therefore I can transmog stuff from that content. Yeah, I agree. At least that would show that you've done it. But again, all the spoon-fed babies would hate that. This game is slowly catering to people who don't want to work for anything. It's the best way that's the best generalization I can give. So I find it very satisfying when decisions like we're removing combat add-ons come into play. I like seeing people freak out. Because I think Ian, the game director, he does have an idea of where the game should be in regards to being engaging and immersive and whatnot. But he gets kind of caught up in the bureaucracy of Blizzard and has to cater to other folks. But that's the thing, like endgame can be for the hardcore that want to min-max and spend all the time that they want to do. But like I made a recent tweet about the main game should be accessible in regards to it being the journey. The main game, oh shit. The main game should be about the journey. You can call the journey whatever you want, leveling or attunements or whatever the hell you want, but it should be about going through stuff and experiencing, I don't know. I'm losing cognitive function right now. Flame Warden of Dragon Isles and Kazilgar. I need to do Zandalar. I suppose there's a reason you can major in game design philosophy. With these conversations being proof that... No, endgame is toxic, you're right. Mythic Plus is a great example. I don't play in a guild. I haven't played in a guild for quite a while. I don't play with anyone, and trying to do Mythic Plus or any sort of meaningful gear progression content is a nightmare. It's like back when I was playing WoW as a kid, it's like I knew there were people doing high-end raids and dungeons, but I was enjoying the journey so much I didn't care. In fact, I found it really cool when I came across someone in Stormwind that had cool-looking armor that they got from a raid. Yeah, I would get rid of the ahead of the curve and cutting-edge achievements. You can have the mounts for like prestige, sure, but get rid of the achievements, because that, of course, that was going to turn into a checkbox before you get invited to a raid. How could they not see that? Where the fuck am I going? Where the fuck is this boat? Am I blind? There it is.
Hey there.
Of course, I can't go to Zandalar. How the fuck do you get to Zandalar then? If you haven't done the quest, you can't go to Zandalar? Really? Yeah, no, this, what is it? Yeah, the Mythic Plus rating. I mean, Raider.io was oh, that's one thing they can get rid of, because they're closing down a bunch of the API. Raider.io won't be a thing, which means there would have been no need for a Mythic Plus rating score. I hope they get rid of this then.
We fight in the shadows.
Gilneas will prevail.
How do I get over there? Try and fix the community, you know, aside from literally rebooting the entire franchise because of Scott. Oh yeah, there's so much bloat in this game. I made a tweet once that pissed people off. I'm like, if they do another world revamp, it should be WoW 2, and they should delete all older zones, and it should just be back to 2 or 3 major continents. It should just be Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, and Northrend, all revamped as a wholesale experience. And then all the old zones, Outland, Draenor, Shadowlands, it's all gone. You can't do it anymore. But give people like a year or 2 of warning if they want to go and collect all the stuff before it goes away. But that's what I do. That was my extremist view. Yeah. %. They need to. I mean, it was always going to be hard when social media became a thing, because WoW was the original social media. You didn't just log on to level up and run around Azeroth. You logged on to like chat to your guild and friends and stuff. And then all these external tools, Discord, Wowhead, became a way to take you out of the game. So they need to find a way to take you back into the game on a social level. And I don't think the housing they announced and the the neighborhood system, which is being sold as a core social feature, I don't think it's going to be the same. Like the likes of Discord is just too strong. How the fuck do I don't know how to get across to Zandala. Waning energy. Do I just start this quest? No, that's Nobragon. Wait, I forgot what I said. What's a compliment to shitters? I swear there was like a ship you could take somewhere to get over to Zandala, like south. To get to the horde zones. Is it? Oh, sorry, I missed your last sentence. Yeah, reboot Law 2 because my yeah. Shadowlands was the actually no, Battle for Azeroth was the shit point for me in regards to Law and how they dealt with N'Zoth. I don't know how they reboot it. I'm hoping that the end of the World Soul Saga will have Azeroth wake up and, I don't know, the planet or the universe explode, because she's meant to be like the fulcrum point of creation and existence. So if she wakes up, it could literally reset like any sort of timelines or continuity. You could start fresh with quote-unquote WoW 2, whatever that means. But because this game's gone on for so long, I doubt they'll go down that route because they're afraid people get angry that they've spent 20, 25 years invested in this lore that now means nothing. Whereas for me, I'd be excited. I'd be like, sweet, it's going to be Warcraft lore, but like new takes and a revisionist perspective where they can like do things right. If they want to revisit the concept of the Lich King. And we can go back to Northrend in this new timeline, or whatever the hell. In this new perspective of Warcraft. Knowing that the jailer won't be a fucking thing. There's got to be a way to get out of here. There's got to be a way. Any port? Maybe any port. Yeah, I mean, on the surface level, the concept of Azeroth being a soul is interesting, but then you realize the more you try to explore it, the more problems it comes up with, and then you have to go down the writing route of soft magic, where that's just not appealing. Soft magic and soft science in world building is not appealing. It doesn't tickle anyone's brain. It's just a lazy way to write. Yeah, Garrosh was an interesting one. I think I was too young to really understand like the importance of Garrosh just going straight evil. But I enjoyed him in Mr. Pandaria for a while. But then he was just traditional evil guy. Should have been, yeah, Jaina should have gone full tilt mode and then become a villain herself. Or like have reason to hate her. I hate that they're trying to make Sylvanas good again. I hated Sylvanas from the beginning, so whatever. That's not true. I actually found it really intriguing when I first started playing the game. Concept of this dark lady who had plans we couldn't understand. That was kind of cool. Alright, okay, I need to just Google this because How to get from Kulturus to Zandala without killing the campaign. Yeah, I agree. But I think because the player base is dwindling, they have to find a way to have the factions play with each other, and then they have to reflect that in the story. Also, it's 2025 and we're on the tail end of it, but we're in this era of storytelling where you can't have conflict, you can't have people being outright evil, otherwise you're taking a stance as a writer on social issues or whatever. It's so stupid. There's just no critical thinking skills or literacy skills to separate art from artist. It is. We're seeing the tail end of it because obviously it just doesn't make any money, but we're still in the era a little bit. Oh, thanks for the follow. How the fuck do you utilize the boat in Orgrimmar's... Oh, I could take the boat from Orgrimmar? Alright, so I go to Orgrimmar as an alliance player and then take the boat. So funny. I'm playing a lot of Dune at the moment, and some of the criticisms I see from it are you have to work too hard to get anywhere. And I'm happy that that's a reason people aren't playing the game. It's the perfect way to gatekeep. Morally grey things in Whale Law and no Sylvanas being outdoors does not count, does it? Starting quest for dwarves. That we go and kill the trolls? Cross-main trolls, because they're enriching on the land or something? And the trogs and stuff? How the fuck do I get to Orgrimmar? Probably Mount Hydra. Is whelp meant to be like a derogatory term? Oh, it just literally means children. Yeah, I guess not many people would catch on to that. And if they did, they'd take it out of the game. I just think the story needs to take, like, just take swings. Take stances in context of the game world, you know? Just because you have to go and kill some trolls doesn't mean you're a racist IRL, you know what I mean? Like, all this conversation I keep hearing about people worried about, like, I see conversations on Twitter, it's like, oh, you like the Scarlet Crusade storyline? You're a white supremacist. What do you mean? How do you make that connection? You have to be so caught up and politically minded in everything you do that just must be an exhausting way to live. That too. I never ever did I make the connection that orcs were meant to be like a certain race in real life. Like, that's crazy. That never occurred to me. A 100%. If you make political connections throughout your life, that says more about you than it does anyone else. Identity politics is the bane of art. The second art steps a toe into identity politics, it's putting a nail in its coffin. WOTC. What's WOTC? Am I stupid? Am I having a brain fart? Well, where do you get to?
Adventurers, we shall depart for the Dragon Isles shortly.
I want to go Dragon Isles. I want to go Zandalar. How does one go Zandalar? Is it the boat? Is there a boat? How the fuck do you get to Zandalar? Or is it up here? I'm just stupid. Oh, Wizards of the Coast, right. They were like, orcs are racist stereotypes, so we turn them into Mexicans. What? So stupid. It's just such a reductive way to look at storytelling and world building. No. Link it, if you can. I should still see it, even if it, like, takes it away. Oh, sweet. What the hell am I looking at? How do I show my display capture? So look here. Wait. Put it there. What the hell am I looking at? First of all, it looks like AI did it. I mean that's they ended up being racist by trying to avoid being racist. Also, what is that thing? What is that? So is this meant to be like the stereotypical orc in D&D now? Wandering around a Southern Californian wasteland. That lacks any character. That lacks any world building. I just feel like they're slightly different looking humans. That's stupid. That's not enticing. I wouldn't see that and be like, I want to buy this.
have slept long enough.
Okay, I want to go to Xandala, bro. Where's the boat to Xandala? Is it? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you. There it is. No. That'll be somewhere there. There it is. Make it, make it, make it. Wait, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
They say you have the heir of the throne.
Well, that's one thing they haven't done since Battle for Azeroth. Given any other races accents.
I pray we chose our allies well.
Would have been sick if the Drakthir had like Welsh accents or something. I know. I'm kind of okay with that because The War Within was meant to be an expansion that had a whole storyline and ending, but then Chris Metzen came back and was like, no, we're going to end it that leads into the 2 expansions that I want to tell. So I'm like, I don't really care. But it is funny that they've just started with a certain storyline and completely pivoted so that Midnight and The Last Titan can be cohesive. Well, fingers crossed cohesive. I'm a little annoyed with how superficial the Koreshi storyline is going. It's still just very much younger millennial Gen Z superficial storytelling and world building. Like I had a really cool like in my head I thought if we're gonna see the homeworld of the I thought the same about Argus when Argus came out, but Argus is interesting enough, but it still could have been a whole expansion. It's true. Just like what did I say? I don't know if you know Noble 87. He was going through the storyline of the patch, and I had a really interesting traditional take on like hoping for a certain storyline or certain scope of a story to be told. Let me just park myself somewhere. So he's doing this. No, I used to like him, but he's gone very basic bitch mode recently. He's not very interesting to watch anymore. But which I think says more about the game than it does him, because he's only telling and exploring what he can with the context of the game, and the game is very superficial and surface level right now. But I said, I think I started not like him somewhere in Mopper Wad. Yeah, I've noticed he gets a lot of concepts mixed up. But I said, so interesting. I wanted to see a fixation that the ethereals have had with our world and others visualized. I wanted to see the effort of tens of thousands of years to resurrect Dimensius. So far the story seems interesting enough, but still very, very surface level. Perhaps a portal room or equivalent with immense resources and energy being pulled into it. A facility dedicated to opening and maintaining portals, networks and pathways to and from Koresh, Outland, Azeroth, Argus and other worlds. Like that would be such a no-brainer and a cool little area for world building, but I just feel like the current creative team wouldn't do something like that. Not just because they can't, because they literally can't even think of it. They couldn't come up with that. Alright, let's go. Young millennials and Gen Z who are now running the creativity at Blizzard for WoW. That's who we're shitting on. That's who I'm always shitting on. Well, the moon would make sense because we can't be on the planet because it's too destroyed or whatever. That'd be cool. It's like they don't want to put any effort into world building, so they just do a very superficial A plot, hope it's good enough, and then move on. That is so boring. I've already done the others, really? Huh, okay. What's next? Kazalgar and Dragon Isles. Okay. I told old mate Zote here about the comment I made about like the portal rooms and world building with like visually expressing the fixation that the race of people we're going to see in the next patch have had with our world and all their plans and their, you know what I mean. And I said that the current Gen Z / millennial writing team, it's not that they can't do it or tell the story well. They wouldn't have even conceptualized that as something to explore. That's how dumb they are. Or at least that's how dumb they appear. Dragon Isles, here we go. How the hell is it 3:30 already? And they don't. I genuinely think the people actually writing the content, not necessarily the likes of Chris Metzen who's overseeing broad story arcs, but the people who are writing the nitty-gritty things just lack IQ. I think it really is that simple. Because when you think about Blizzard, chances are they're just hiring creative writers straight out of the University of California that are applying there, or have worked in, you know, entry-level creative writing departments of video game studios within the area. So they're not getting people with genuine intellect that have the ability to scope out worlds and help world build and make connections between smaller arcs and larger arcs. Like, they just wouldn't be getting those people from a business perspective. So therefore, of course, we're not going to see creative outcomes. Yeah, I am a bit worried of Metzen from the perspective of I was a huge fan of Doctor Who, right? And then it went downhill for the longest time. But then they announced the old creator who made it really cool was coming back to run the show. And he is the most out-of-touch person I've ever seen, and he cannot write to save his life anymore. And I'm very wary that it might be the same with Metzen. We still haven't seen his work yet. We'll see it in Midnight onwards, but I am slightly skeptical. Right. Oh, he would be so cool. I was so sad when he left. I thought he would have stayed on when Metzen came back. But no, he left. He was the visual soul of Warcraft. Oh, was it any good? Okay. Like, I like when people we like go and do their own thing, but then you have to also remember that they weren't just working on their own when they made WoW at its peak. Like, there was a group of people that all were on the same wavelengths, clearly, and they were collaborating and working together. So you got to make sure you somehow get that dynamic back and get those creative minds all together again. But cooler? In what way? Like, they're more aggressive? They have teeth? Where am I going? Wait, would it be better to go north first? Yeah, it would. And yeah, sound-wise. Oh. Oh yeah, it's like the old Pandaren concept art we used to see. God, that's so cool. Sorry, one sec. Yep. And then we go north again, then we go all the way south. I'm just gonna get a flight path. Hold on one sec. Get some altitude. Like just glide all the way over. Alright. Let me show this. Is this it? Even people on Reddit, 6 years ago, Reddit was a different place 6 years ago. Viking Pandaren. Yeah, that's the mixture I'm getting.
Deep in their fortress, the Zoradan forced the creatures of this land.
So, it's just sick. It's just sick.
Put an end to these horrors.
The goat. The absolute goat. It's just so cool. That's so much more intriguing than what we got and what they're doubling down on. Like, we had moments in MOP where they were like aggressive Pandaren, but now they're just doubling down because they obviously don't want to take any chances with, you know, the accents they have to keep up. So they're just keeping the Pandaren as passive, friendly, food-loving folks. This is sick. I've seen that concept art before, but that's sick. Viking Pandaren, so cool. What the? Yeah, I had a Pandaren warrior during MOP. I've identified with that at the time. Yeah, now I've got to go all the way south. Nope, 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 nope. That'll do. Oh, actually, I should make some of this as my wallpaper. See, I didn't mind that. Like, it was still cool, but because there was a sense of like Emperor Shahar, there was still a sense of stoicism. Like if you understand the concept of stoicism, like it was all there. But now it's not. This storytelling in this day and age, and WoW being a victim of it, just lacks any sort of integrity and stoic perspectives. The concept of stoicism has been tainted a little bit with dumb folks, but I still think it holds merit. Look at that. Yeah, I never really RP'd in WoW. Only because Oceanic servers don't have an RP server. But I would like to have a main on there one day, just so that when I'm hanging out in Stormwind or a capital city, I see people engaging with the story. But, you know, even those folks that do it nowadays are very lenient to certain political views that I just find reductive and frustrating. I'm assuming you'll say for the same reasons I just said. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the fuck do you roleplay as a Death Knight knowing the Jailer is like this huge concept and couldn't do it. Stories are better when things are unanswered. Like hard magic / science mixed with more questions than answers allow people to engage with the problem solving part of their brain, which makes them keep coming back for more and theory crafting and engaging with each other. It's really not that hard to curate world building that leaves people hungry. It's really not hard. The Jailer was the dumbest decision Blizzard's ever made. Sweet, now what? I can do that. Completed Midsummer Set. Alright, let's go Kaz Algear. Last DK was an orc who got locked on Audreno when the portal closed. He worked with the Frostwolf clan. He left behind the dark magic. He got being a Death Knight, so if any magic it was frost. That's kind of cool. Wish there were ways to really express that in the game. That's cool. That's a really cool OC. Alright, let's honor some flames, shall we? So, I just need to go to each zone, alright. Yeah, I wish I got into role-playing. I nearly did with a guild when I was like 16 or something. I don't want to use dark magic anymore, even though I was already going to do it.
Foreman says pipe's leaking again. Fly up.
That's right, because the timelines will be out of sync. Where is this? Say we will about War Within, though. This is a very cool visual that they did nothing with. So stupid. God, I was so excited for this sort of concept in WoW. It looks sick. Just did nothing with it. Like that cathedral. It's just a dungeon. It's just a dungeon. Missed opportunity will be... Missed opportunity will be this game's legacy. When it finally dies in, I don't know, 20 years or whatever. Shut up. Where the fuck is the flame? Up there. Hmm. I need to hide those. Valshara. Let's have a look. Actually, let me... Oh yeah, I see what you mean. It's a bit similar. Actually, Valshara's smaller than I remember. Somewhat similar. It's very, vertical. Pepsi in a hamburger. So creative. Wish I was that smart. Arachnophobia mode in War Within was a telltale sign of what kind of audience they're trying to cater to. And the shotgun approach. Try and make a game for everyone, you make it for no one. What the hell is Pilk? Oh. Ew. It's a disgusting concept. Alright. 40 torches in Dalaran. Alright, let's go to Stormwind and get the set. I need to make it brighter in here. I can't stand nighttime. Yep. So I need the Midsummer what set? Just the Midsummer set. April Fool's joke in total and turns everything into spies and Rubians. That'd be amazing. Oh, so it's these. So I need the sandals, the vestment, and the mantle. Right. And dance. Where's the torch? Yeah, maybe. I'll go to Dalaran in a sec. And I'm done with Midsummer. 2014 I did that achievement. I've done all the legacy achievements. Ugh, that's scary. Hello? There we go. Get rid of these, I can. Grizzly Hills. What's it? The Timbermore tribe song, whatever that was. That was always peak world building for me. I'd also like playing a night elf and going through Teldrassil, that eeriness, that nature eerie vibe. That was also very appealing. Really? I never touched Vashir back in the day, so I don't really have that connection. I don't think I've ever listened to the Vashir music. Let's put it on. Wow. How do you spell it? Vash. Yeah, OST. Never really took notice to it. Turn this off. Well, which Dalaran will it be? The fact I have to ask that question says a lot about this game. Oh, is it? Okay, I'll go back. The Cataclysm soundtrack in general is really cool. Which Dalaran will it be? I'm going to assume Wrath. Yeah, like Mario. Yeah, I can imagine, but this is like a... Back when the game had teeth in its storytelling. Like, the idea was that Vashir is a dangerous zone, right? Yeah, that's a really good point. Maybe that's why I never played it. Because I was too scared. That's a genuine point. I avoided Duskwood as a kid because I was too scared. Torches in Dalaran. That could very well be the reason. I'm going to assume it's on one of these islands. Wait, is there only the one island? Yeah, I remember that was the biggest complaint. Maybe it is the other Dalaran. Or is it just any Dalaran and you just have to buy the 40 torches and catch them? I'd believe that. Yeah, okay. I'll go back and buy them. I'll check the vendor just in case while you're checking it out.
Can I help you? Have a good one.
I have the finest wares in the land.
Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Can buy them where? Getting a random call in sec. All right, what was I doing? Just a random phone call, nothing to be crazy about. Okay. Okay. I hold on, let me close this. Okay. technically, no, I haven't got it yet. Next week, they want me to go. First of all, they said I interviewed extremely well, which was very encouraging to hear. And next week, she wants me to go down and have an informal coffee one morning, probably Thursday morning, and just walk around the campus and chat, basically just another vibe check to make sure the interview wasn't like a one-off. And she's then said, and I don't see any problem happening there, and chances are we'll progress to referee checks after that. So basically it's like one more vibe check and I've got the job. She wants to meet with her and her chief editor because I'll be on the a comms team that's very focused on writing. Yeah, Zote, I went for an interview on Wednesday and was having just itching to hear how well I went. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, that's exciting. That is very exciting. I should probably go tell the family. Hold on one sec, folks. Oh man. Mum cried. You know what's even perfect about this? It's not a contract. It's a full-time job. Even though ANU's going through some redundancies and structural rechange, it's a full-time job. There's an element of security there. Yeah, Mum teared up. Just because she knows I've been trying to get a job for so long. Chrono Odyssey a bit, doesn't... Yeah, everyone's hating Chrono Odyssey right now. Everyone just wants WoW to be good, and they're trying to find other games to fill that void. But none of them can do it. Yeah, it's fine. Technically, I mean, I've done like some freelance work and volunteer work to keep me busy, but a year. It'll be a year on Monday. A year on Monday, I will have been jobless. And it was getting very nerve-wracking because the bigger the gap in the resume, the less appealing I am as a candidate. So to hear that she said I interviewed extremely well, quote, extremely well, that is so validating. I've got adrenaline running through me, I'm shaking. Which means I'll be able to stream more regularly because I'll be able to have my own space. Because moving back home was tough. It's been tough. What was... Oh, torches. I know, right? I could stay there and never interview again. Oh. The dwarf should sell them. Alright.
What can I get for you today? Talk to me.
Am I just blind? Can I say that in this day and age? Cozy bonfire. Cindercrawler. Is there another dwarf?
What's on your mind? Walk with you.
Do the daily torches. But it has to be in Dalaran. 40 torches, 15 seconds in Dalaran. I'll go check Legion Dalaran. Just in case. I won't spend any more blossoms just yet. Are you serious? I'm not even that, like, conservative of a guy politically, and I think this is all ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think they'd mind. They can't fucking see the shit. Anyway. Let's go to other Dalaran. Furnish your own apartment, set up a stream... Oh, set up a stream room. Oh, I'd have just a room dedicated to my computer. Stream from 8:30 to 10:30. Have a nap. Go to work. Come back, do the same thing. Oh. Oh my god, I can start fantasizing about living my own life again. I'm like such a dick complaining to live at home because obviously it's a nice house and at least it's a roof over my head, but god, it can be frustrating. I feel like such a cunt. Oh, of course. Alright, back we go. Wait. Oh no. Where the hell is the portal? It's over here.
Gerahard may have been onto something, but I think he got his ingredient.
Yeah, I've been seriously thinking about it. I mean, this lady who would be my boss, she's got experience in an industry that I'm very intrigued at. so I can really start to hone my comm skills and get my professional development done in a meaningful way that hopefully won't drain my soul too much.
Too far away.
Oh, I feel like I want to text her, but I don't want to overdo it. I'm just so happy. Oh. Let's do that quest. Because this is a new character. I can finally put employed on my Tinder bio.
Greetings. See you around. What can I do for you? Hey there. See you later.
That's not a bad idea. I could go down and just be in the city for a day. Oh, wait, you mean on like the nights I'm down in the city?
You need something?
Okay. Oh, wait, torch catching.
Be careful for the Alliance.
Yeah, look at the shadow. Yeah, I remember doing this a lot as a kid. I gotta light it here, do I? I just gotta do this 40 times in Dalaran. Me next week. Go down the day. Yeah. Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Greetings.
Go down the night before, get a motel.
See you later.
That'd be chill.
See you around.
Am I doing this wrong? Oh, you aim where to throw? So I can just throw them on myself? Oh, that's not even an achievement.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, juggling torch.
See you soon.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
I am unable to carry more of
Yeah. Let's go to Dalaran. Yeah, right. That's not even an achievement. Wait, I'm hoping it can be this Dalaran. I've got a fucking job. Oh, well, potentially. Alright, let's do this in a pretty place. Let's do it on a roof. Please don't bug out.
I cannot use that item yet.
Wait. Didn't count for anything. Okay, hold on. I'm now down 1 torch. So I've got to go back. Like a certain R word. I'm down 1 torch. That's frustrating. Oh, here we go. Official email. Hi, Harrison. Congratulations. I'm writing to confirm that we would like to progress you to the informal coffee stage of the recruitment process for comms officer. Name here, corporate comms manager, and I will meet you in reception and take you to one of the nearby coffee places on campus for an informal discussion. We look forward to seeing you there. I have to reply to that with Yeah, reject. That's what I said, reject. Oh, that's right. Oh, God. Thank God you're here. Oh, now I have to fly back up. Wait, maybe we could do it in this Dalaran. Sorry about that. Alright, let's do this. I can just do it in here, probably. Bam, 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 bam. I'm amazing. Oh, Flame Warden title. Lame. There we go. Alright, we're done. I've finished all of the Midsummer achievements. That's kind of cool. Done a Lunar Festival. Haven't done Brewfest, that's interesting. Pilgrim's Bounty. Wintervale. Oh, that was always going to be hard to get. And... oh, Dastardly Duos is an event. Oh, that makes more sense why it's so random. Wow. I am in a state right now. It's so hard, like I want to be giddy, but I still haven't signed anything, you know what I mean? God, they called me so quick. They said end of next week. Maybe I was just that good. What? No, you will stay here and be a metric for me. I don't know what to do now. I'm done. I don't want to do Shadowlands stuff. It's so boring. But I would like the mount to say I've finished the expansion. Yeah, I might get off soonish and freshen up, get some dinner, and then be back on tonight. I'll probably stream when we play tonight. get into the habit of just having it on like I used to. How long have I been live? 3 hours, pretty much. Yeah, for real, for real. Where are you from, Zope? The US, I would assume? Oh, wrong button. Let me know when you're back. I'll show you something that'll really piss you off as well. It's a small thing, but I hate it with a passion. Yeah, it's so funny. I often watch his videos. I'm like, I feel like I know more lore than you, buddy. Yeah. You replace with joint. Yeah, trying to like turn headcanon into something. Oh, hold on. Another reason why I need to get my own space. Yeah, like try and turn headcanon into something official. If they wrote in a way that allowed you to have headcanon that actually mattered, that'd be more interesting than what they're doing right now. I don't know if you know, but they brought in this new ability that everyone gets called Recuperate. You now no longer need to go buy food from an inn or from someone with cooking to get all your health back. It's kind of like, I don't know if you played Star Wars The Old Republic, but each class had its own way of getting their energy back. And it's just this dumb blanket ability. No reason to go see a vendor anymore. No reason to engage in the cooking profession except for stat food. Just this dumb little ability. It's so stupid. Go get all your health back in 10 seconds. It's so stupid. That is taking the RPG out of the MMORPG. Excuse me. Yeah. I remember them stepping away from cannibalism because some developer said it promotes unhealthy behavior at some point. Why is that one up there? I need to center that. What's up, Kalu? Maybe. That's a good point. Actually, that actually says a lot to why they're not taking swings with systems or the law. Because of the shit that went down behind the scenes, and they can't. They need to try and appeal to as many people as possible. What's up, Kalu? Thanks for the follow. I really do appreciate that. Actually, I'll go back to that vendor and see what else I can buy with these blossoms. And then I'll call it. I'll go make dinner. Oh, I forgot about that. Ah, blanket bloody approaches to everything. Ah, I keep using the term reductive, but it is. It's reductive behavior.
Let us share tales
Hey.
Great to meet you.
What do I need to buy so I never have to buy it again? I've got this for a toy. Transformation toys are always cool. Let's do that.
Safe travels.
Ooh. That's kind of cool. Can I fight with it though? Oh, I can. Some of these don't work. Oh, that's true. I forgot about the flaming striptease.
What's on your mind?
Oh well, next season. Shit. A year away now. I mean, I could do it on an alt. I've got a week or so. Maybe I'll do them on an alt when I'm bored. Not necessarily daily, Kalu. Stream when I'm in the mood and can be bothered. Oh, that's actually... Is that a creative transmog? No, it's just the heritage set. Cool though. Little old town called Australia. Actually, let's see how much this recuperate ability actually heals for. Take some damage. Then use it. Oh, it's 50%. So you can do 100% in 20 seconds. Still, I'd much prefer a reason to go visit a vendor. Anywho. Alright, I might call it here for a little bit. So I can freshen up, might take a shower, get some dinner. And then Oak and Hilt and I will be playing games later tonight. If you want to tune back in, Zote, depending on where you're from. Hopefully it's not too late for you. Was that true? Ah, I thought that was like a Mandela effect I was having. Sitting down made your mana recover faster. I thought that was a thing, but no one corroborated my experience. That's such a cool little thing that just adds to the immersion elements of the game. Why do they take that out? Like, what is their logical reasoning? What, like... It genuinely depresses me. No, the numerical values are so untrackable at this point. You'd never notice if you were recovering mana faster by sitting down. Ethic Spirit was removed, right? It's now versatility? Yeah. which is not even what Spirit used to do. I feel like all this complaining, though, it's kind of just a symptom of something that was always going to happen. Like, the game is 20 years old. There's going to be all this bloat and mismanagement over the years that's going to result in a less wholesale experience than what was classic WoW, Burning Crusade, and Wrath of the Lich King. Which is more reason that it needs a reboot. Systematically and from a world building and storytelling perspective. Like, it just does. Every expansion, get rid of the old zones and we start fresh in a new zone. It's just because we can complain about it forever, but ultimately there'll be more problems as the game gets older and older, and they just add and add and add. Yeah, sell the rights to a new company with fresh blood and fresh perspectives. That'd be cool. Or hire like a consulting studio, an indie consulting studio that like is just about like helping you come up with ideas, like a production studio. No, not that sort of consulting studio. God, no. That's all about it's strictly for gameplay experiences, not for political what's the political alignment, political awareness. Nothing to do with that. Bring back the day and age when politics was banned in the workplace. Do you know how much better the world was when the norm, the etiquette was don't bring up politics? It was just so much better. You had to connect on more fundamental issues with of the world. Excuse me, I've got this sickness. I should reply to this email. Yeah, that's my politics. I want to play video games and enjoy them. But how can you say that when there's like bad stuff happening in the world? I just woke up and I'm getting a coffee. I want to have fun in a video game. I don't want to log in and then be berated by a character I used to love, telling me that I'm not doing enough in my real life. Did a meme say that? Because I like that meme. There's a genocide happening. How can you be sitting here playing World of Warcraft without thinking about that? Quite easily. I probably play it to avoid thinking about the genocide. Where are you from, Zote, by the way? The US, I would assume? Belgium? That's sick. That's in the EU, I would assume. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful there. Adding that to the bucket list of places I want to go. I love the EU. There's so much history. I mean, for you, it's boring, probably. But for me, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, they filmed Mission Impossible there. And one of the James Bonds. I'm just a fan of European history. It's cool. In Australia, we're only like 300 odd years old, so we don't have any history here. It's worth talking about. for Belgium alone. Because it's Europe, I'll say 20. But look at that. That's very aesthetic. Oh. Oh, I see. French in Belgium. Yellow is Dutch. Blue is English. German. Huh. And the capital is bilingual. Interesting. What a mix. What are the accent ranges like? Do you get tons of different accents of the Dutch language and then tons of different accents of French? The same with German? Okay. President Washington, the Ottoman Empire is causing trouble in the Middle East. Shall we deploy the troops? Who gives a shit about the Middle East? That's so true. Like, back in the day, why would they give a fuck about the Middle East? For the Dutch part, which is yellow. Really? Are there tons of cultural differences too, besides the language? I'd imagine there could be, not that there would be. Scrolling the old Twitter. It's a sick shot. I'm very excited for the new Superman. Socialist green politically. French are in general. They're always been super progressive. Lois, I'm pregnant. Be sure to follow my Twitter, folks. Banging tweets that get people angry. Had 2 world records of not having an official government after elections. How does that work? What, you just fend for yourselves? Who do you answer to at that point? Excuse me. I'll play the hell out of this. I will be playing the hell out of that. Just the old government. Interesting. The fact there's a world record. It really just goes to show that it's just people behind the scenes. No one's special. Ba 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 da ba ba. What's the time in Belgium? Belgium time. Yeah. Oh, you've got all day. Wait, you can tune back in later. When I come back on after I've had dinner. Oh. Mate, you're up early. Very beautiful. I mean, obviously it's made to look beautiful, but still very cool. I'll be sure to take a trip one day. Yeah, I can imagine, but it looks like a nice place to visit. I gotta say, as an Australian, I do enjoy being a citizen here and living here, we do have a lot of good systems in place, being that we're so new. Oh, you were up all night, were you? Oh, okay. It's nice to be able to go and visit places and then come back to a somewhat stable country. Whoa, that is... Oh, whatever. Quite the garden. Cool, I learned more about Belgium today. What was that guy again who makes these? Stone Toss. I think I follow him. Don't follow. I like that. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to call it for... Oh, that reminds me. I need to get... Well, Pandeer Samwise. There's got to be some images here I can make as a... I get autism welfare, permanently jobless. What's that? What's that, payment like? Is it sustainable? If I can ask. Yeah, it's same everywhere. God bless your mum then. Yeah. I know people in what we call council housing. They make it work. Nothing wrong with being with your mum though. I want one of these to be my background, but they're so small, the images. Oh, this one's big. Save image. Back when Paladins were sick. Is this real? Oh, this is wow. I thought that was MTG. Blood Knights and TBC, that was such a cool concept. Oh man. I hate generalizing because I think it doesn't provide any form of meaningful argument, but this game used to have teeth. The story used to have teeth, whatever the term teeth means, hence me hating to generalize, but it used to have teeth and it was just so intriguing. Do you remember Druids? Do you remember Malfurion and how like aggressive he was, like summoning hurricanes and like the concept of nature wasn't just about butterflies and fairies, it was like about the raw power of nature, and it was aggressive. That was in Legion, right? Oh no, that was the Epic Man Quest. They also had Legion had some teeth to it. I remember the Death Knight campaign. You had to go and massacre paladins to try and... The concept was the Lich King wanted you to resurrect Tyrion Fordring to be one of the horsemen. That was such a cool concept. And the dragons. But then obviously it didn't happen because the light was holding on to Tyrion. So you had to go and get someone else. I forget who you had to get. Oh, it became Darion Mograine. There was a secret achieved that they removed because it was unfair. What was that? Unholy determination. I'm assuming it won't be in the game. No, let's Google it, shall we? Killing all red. Oh, that's right. What do you mean it was unfair? During a non-repeatable quest. That's cool. Who cares? Some people did it, some people didn't. Whether they are aware of it or not, who cares? Curate an experience. Let's see if I can make this my wallpaper. Do 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 do. How's this look? Hey, oh, it's got a wallpaper engine on. I have to install it on this, I think. Whoa. It's out of wallpaper then. How do you import? I was doing the quest, I was like, how could it be if there was something special for killing all of them? That's the point of discovery, right? They should be curating more of those experiences in a game world that's meant to be open. Not just discovery visually, but discovery like on a systems level. Wallpaper editor. Create new wallpaper, downloads, here we go. Oh, I can only do images of resolution of blah blah, which is not a common design. Don't resize it. Fine, resize it. I wonder if I can make this. Oh god, I could be here for hours. I'll do it another day. Do like it though. I follow him on Instagram. Seems chill. Alrighty. I'm gonna call it so I can go get dinner and take a shower and whatnot. But I will be streaming later if you're up. Tune back in. But I appreciate you stopping by. It's good to have someone to talk to. And you got to experience me getting a job. Hey. Yeah. Are you on Twitter or anything? Can I follow you anywhere? Return the favor. I'm gonna be looking at this Pandeer stuff forever. I love it. Oh, of course he's got a DeviantArt. I have to make an account. Krillabane. Oh. I'll have to make an account later. Anyway. Yeah, fair enough. Better for you, to be honest. I need social media for my job, but anyway. I do appreciate it. I'll be back later. Hope to see you in future streams. Yeah. Very cool stuff. All right, I'll call it. Appreciate it, and take it easy.